Me fui a vivir con Kenia.
¿Qué?
Sí.
¿En serio?
Sí.
Ella me cae muy bien.
Sí, eso todo.
¿Estás contenta?
¿Contento, no? Muy feliz.
¿Cuál es la diferencia?
Hay mucha
No
diferencia.
hay ninguna diferencia.
A la gente dice que es lo mismo.
Me estoy muriendo, puedes nomás darme por mi lado.
No te estás muriendo.
We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of Baseball on the Show. John Means, Kansas-born left-hander, will be doing the pitching. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, this guy's had a really solid season, and what shows me that more than anything, solid 3-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio, and if he continues to do that, he'll pitch really well in this one.
Liner in there for a base hit.
Make the turn here, make the turn.
And that runner will go no further than second as there are two aboard now.
Hey guys, there had to be something.
Digging in to try it again, Tony Montano. He reached on a single in his first try. This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. He'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Blue Jays, but they hold up. Into the box now, Tony Montano. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. And he gets around on one and hits it high and deep to straightaway right. A ball that's carrying. On the warning track, he makes the catch. Stepping into the box, Tony Montano. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Montano.
Hey, it's your turn. Drive him in.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Popped him up. Cisco has a play. And he makes the catch for the second out. Stepping into the box, Tony Montano. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game.
Montano.
Hey, see it.
And now pitch on the way. There's a swing and a high pop-up. Cisco waits on it. Makes the play, one away.
Well, they had to put in a couple of extra innings of work, but hey, listen, a win is a win, and any win is good, especially on the road.
And it's a 4-3 finish in this evening's ball game. Tyler Kolek earns the victory out of the bullpen, his 5th. Justin Miller earns the save out of the bullpen, his 24th on the season. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter @MLB. We are under the light. Coming to the plate now, Tony Montano. He comes into this one ranked number 6 in the American League home run race.
This guy's just what you're looking for if you're looking for one of your corner spots to have some power. Not only glove work on one of the corner positions, but lots of thunder in that bat.
Here's the first pitch to him. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. Guys, the Orioles, as they begin play here tonight, they came out on the losing end last time out and are in a bit of a skid. In fact, they've lost 7 of their last 10.
Yeah, Matty, they lost last game only by 1 run. Those are the tough ones. But I'm sure they've looked at the film, made a few adjustments, and let's see if they can give it.
And he will get there as he had to cover a lot of ground. Now at the plate, Tony Montano. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Come on, man. Drive it. Let's go. One time, right here. Here we go.
First pitch on its way. Hard hit ball to second, and that's
All right,
through, a base hit. And not in time as the run scores. He pulls into second safely as they take the lead with 2 runs scoring on the play. Stepping up now, Tony Montano, coming off the clutch 2-run single his last time up. Just able to get a piece of that for strike 1. 2 runs, 3 hits, and no errors in the game for Toronto. Snatched out of midair at first base for out number 2. Leading off the inning, Tony Montano, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning. Big swing, but he just gets a piece of it. Strike 1.
Let's go now. One time.
Now here's the pitch. Line toward the alley in left center. That gets down. He's got himself a base hit. Around second now and headed for third. The relay, and he is out at third, and that's a big mistake there leading off the inning.
And he puts a bow on this one to end it. How about his 25th save of the season? He's proven to be a solid tool at the back of the bullpen, and every team needs one of those.
6 runs, 11 hits, no errors.
MLB The Show's Keegan Aiken will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, this guy has really struggled coming into this game, right? The league is hitting just under 300 against this guy, and that's something he really needs to improve on. And it'll be interesting to see if that trend continues in this start here.
Tony Montano.
One time, right now. Here we go.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul.
Pitcher on the mound has to find a way to minimize damage right here. Gotta believe he's willing to trade 2 outs for a run.
Now a chopper to second. This will be a tough turn. Throw to second, and he's out. But they do grab the lead on the run that scored away from the play. Digging in now, Tony Montano.
The first baseman, Tony
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Drilled to the right side. And a backhanded reach at first, but he can't flag it down.
Mira, hay un tornado, una advertencia de tornado.
You know, that's sort of a tough one since it's only the second inning, but I think it's about knowing your pitcher and how they respond. He's had some struggles here, so I think he's just reminding him to let those go and focus on the next batter.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Tony Montano. He singled his last time up.
Montano.
Here we go now. Come on now. One time.
First pitch of the at-bat. Into right field. That's a base hit.
Find the ball.
Hey, guys, I like the execution by the batter there. He got a hang.
New inning set to get underway. Stepping in for the Jays, Tony Montano.
Montano.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. And a high bounce will take it over the outfield wall, and he kicks off the inning with a ground rule double.
Well, that will bring a smile to a manager's face every single time. First hitter of the inning just squares it up and bounces it over the...
Now in the box, Tony Montano. He's got 3 hits, including a double to this point.
Right here. Right guy, right place. Need you here.
¿Qué es esa? Una vaca.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble.
All right, go 2. Go
and this will kick off the base of the wall. And they'll have runners at second and third following the 1-out double.
Man, I don't think he could have bisected those fielders any better if he tried. Drove that one into the alley for a gapper that'll bring him easily into second base. Hey, it's hard to win games at any point, but to win games on the road, especially in this ballpark, so they are very happy with this win.
7-2 the final score this afternoon. Toronto jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Daniel Mengden earns win number 7 on the season. Keegan Aiken was only able to work 4 innings as he takes the loss. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
Por eso mismo te ofrezco mandarte lejos.
¿Dónde país te parece que sería seguro?
No hablo de México, hablo de Japón.
Fans, our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Blue Jays, 7 runs on 13 hits. 1 error. They left 20 men on base. For the Orioles, 2 runs, 7 hits, no errors. They left 8 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 12 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.
Amigos, protege la estabilidad.
Qué bien te ves, Lili. Me siento muy bien, pero todo gracias a ti. No, hombre, qué gracias a ti. Que no se te olvide que la única valiente en esta historia eres tú. Bueno, pero te tengo que confesar que a veces sí me da el bajón. Es normal, si no son entidades. No sé. Oye, ¿cómo van los niños? Pues ahí van, poco a poco. Al mayorcito le está costando un poquito de trabajo, pero va avanzando. Es normal, está bastante radical el cambio que está teniendo. Sí, pero él es muy fuerte. ¿Y la chamba? Pues no me lo vas a creer, pero va a rendir. Es el lavadero del coche. ¿De verdad? Sí. Estoy de cajero en el drive-thru o como se diga. Ya te me alcanza para alquilar un cuartito. Ah, pues invítame. Cuando quiera, nada más tengo que comprarme unas sillitas. Conste. Pero, Adela, de verdad, tú haces milagros con esta fundación. Hombre. No soy nada más yo, Lili. Hay un montón de gente atrás de todos. Yo sé. Pero te quiero agradecer de corazón todo lo que haces por mujeres como yo. Y que no lo dejes de hacer. ¿Qué es? ¿Bébelo?
We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of Baseball on the Show. Tonight, we've got a good matchup in store between the Toronto Blue Jays and the Tampa Bay Rays. It's Rays Baseball on the Show, and it's coming up next. Brendan McKay gets the call for Game 1 of the series. What do we need to know here, Danny?
One of the things that jumps out if you look at that stat sheet, a very high whip coming into this start. One of the things he's going to have to do a much better job, keep traffic off the bases, keep the walks down, try to limit the amount of hits. He's had a rough go of that so far this year. Let's see if he can turn it.
Standing in, Tony Montano. He comes into this one ranked number 6 in the American League home run race.
This guy's right in the prime of his career right now. The power bat speaks for itself. One of the more dangerous hitters in the game of baseball.
There's a ball ripped toward the gap in left center.
Go hard, go hard, go hard.
Around first, digging for 2. And he's not stopping. He wants 3. The relay throw, but he is in there with a triple.
That's his 4th triple of the year, so he's used to this. He rounded first, eyeing the ball, and he knew he was going.
So stepping in, Tony Montano. And he's got runners at the corners here with only 1 gun.
Montano.
All right, one time.
Here comes the first pitch. High in the air in the shallow left center. Adames onto the grass. He gets there and makes the play for the 2nd out of the inning. At the plate, Tony Montano, 1 for 2 with a triple so far in this one. And he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1.
Hey, I know the tying runs at first right here, but if the pitcher on the mound executes, keeps the ball in play, I think good things are going to happen.
That gets through, and he'll reach base again on his second base hit of the game. At the plate, Tony Montano. He singled his last time up.
Tony.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Fouled away.
Right, come on now, one time, let it fly.
The 0-1. Pops this one up. Chavis is there for it. Makes the play, one away.
Hey, it took them an extra frame to do it, but hey, they're not going to complain as they lock up a nice road victory here in 10 innings.
3-2 the finish in tonight's game. Jacob Wagyu's back earns the victory in relief in this one, his 7th of the year.
Blue Jays, 6 runs on 12 hits, no errors.
We are under the light. Stepping in, Tony Montano. Couple of hits for him in 4 trips to the plate last night.
Montano.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Fly ball out to straightaway right. Meadows has it, and there's one away.
Get out, fly, fly, fly!
And he's safe.
He's safe.
Ready for another chance? Tony Montano. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
Hard hit ball to second. And this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single.
Dan, after that base hit right there, he's got a 6-game hitting streak.
Ready for another shot now, Tony Montano. He singled his last time up.
Montano.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Swung on, and this ball is absolutely crushed. Forget about it. And gone. An absolute bomb.
Another excellent swing right there.
Coming to the plate now, Tony Montano.
Tony Montano.
Can't find a mutation, huh?
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. High in the air out to center field. Reyes is back, and he'll get there to make the play for route number 2.
Good job there to slam the door for the win, and they finished the month with a bang, just the way you want to.
8-5 tonight. Tampa Bay jumped ahead in the 7th inning and never gave the lead back. Colin Poche earns his 3rd win of the year in relief. Nick Anderson wraps it up with a save, his 31st of the campaign. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter @MLB. Afternoon baseball. Digging in, Tony Montano. Chance to cash in here, and don't be surprised if he does. Certainly known as one of the best clutch hitters in the sport today. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And guys, the Rays, as they begin play here this afternoon, 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Hey, thanks, Matty. Hey, you know what, D-Roll?
Now here's a fly ball. Well hit. Meadows moving back. On the warning track, he makes the catch. Into the box now, Tony Montano. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone.
Montano.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Line drive to left.
Go hard,
But this
score,
is
go
right
hard.
to him in left as he hardly has to move as he handles it for the final out. So it's 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner.
We're back now as the Rays line up readies for their third turn with the bats. And unfortunately for them, this club has had its issues on offense.
All right, come on
now at the plate, Tony Montano.
Number 4. Tony.
First offering on its way. And he pours this one in at the letters, 0-1.
Very rarely does a pitcher like this leave one in a location like that. That's a pitch right there he'd like to have back. He'd love to swing at that one again.
Kiermaier's got a read on it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. So it's 1 run on 1 hit, no errors. Standing in, Tony Montano. He flew out in his last at-bat. First pitch on its way. Swing, and there it goes. He got all of that ball. And out of here. And I mean by plenty. That ball was crushed.
Boy, this guy's hot right now. Hit a bomb.
Digging in, Tony Montano. And if you didn't know, he was recently awarded the American League Player of the Month award. And he turns on one, sending it high and deep to right. Meadows moving back. Gone! So it's a 3-run shot to straightaway right field. His second of the...
Yeah, and in this game, you always try to find a way to be hopeful. They win the first game of a new month.
Miguel. Miguel. Ay. Miguel, ¿estás aquí?
Estás preciosa.
No te ves nada mal. Y tengo que aceptar que tienes muy buen gusto. Bueno, y no sé si son todos.
¿Todos quiénes?
Los huéspedes, la gente del hotel, ¿dónde están?
Solo somos tú y yo.
A player receives the check-in from one of his coaches.
Que fuera tuyo. Sí, es tuyo.
Me pareció mejor idea comprar el hotel y reservar todas las habitaciones.
Sobre todo si tienes en mente
¿Qué? A ti te hace todo eso y tú ni gracias, ¿verdad?
Te prometo que hoy no voy a disfrutar la tontería. Me callo.
Pues solamente quiero estar contigo.
Pues ya somos dos.
We are under the lights this evening as we... Sean Reed Foley will be on the mound for the series opener. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, man, we're getting a look at a guy that's really dependable. Last 3 starts, ERA just under 3.00, and that's some pretty good pitching. Minimizes the amount of walks, keeps his hits down, and if he can do more of the same of that, he should have some pretty good fortune in this one here today.
This is line to left. Minor is there, and he has it for the out. Into the box, Tony Montano.
Tony Montano.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. High fly ball out to deep right field. Gone! It's a grand slam. So he will touch them all on the grand slam. Number 31 for him on the season. And it's now Tony Montano will stand in yet again. And if you weren't with us earlier, let's take another look. This was back in the 4th inning with the bases loaded. A grand slam and definitely the big blow of the ball game so far. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Hits it high and deep out to center field. Hayes on the run for it. Now a leaping effort at the wall, but he comes up empty. This one is gone. Home run.
Second home run of the game right there. He is
always nice to get the first game of a series, but even more so when it's in front of the home crowd. Seems to energize everybody the rest of the series.
7-4 is the final score in tonight's game.
7 runs on 9 hits. No errors. They left 2 men.
We are under the lights as the show gets you ready for another edition of Major League Baseball. Ought to be a good one here between the Baltimore Orioles and the Toronto. Daniel Mengden is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for Toronto. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, we're looking at a real solid starting pitcher right here. You take a look at that ERA, anywhere between 3.5 and 4. But I'll tell you what he does know how to do. He knows how to get people out, and he can minimize the damage. He knows how to control the running game. He does a lot of things right. And if he does all those things, expect a real solid performance in this one.
Here's the first pitch to him. Cobb is sort of a curious case as a starter. Usually doesn't walk many guys, but at times he ends up giving up his share of hits. The translation on that is that he throws a lot of strikes, but oftentimes they are hittable strikes.
One of the keys that you'll have to watch from this guy, at times he kind of tiptoes, he tap dances.
At the plate, Tony Montano. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Yeah, I understand that, Matty, but this guy's got burner wheels down the first base line. I don't think he even concerns himself with that. He has to put it on the ground. That's part of what makes him successful.
Yanked on the ground down the line. We're in the 4th inning of a 4-2 ball game. Popped him up. Urias calls for it, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. Settling in now, Tony Montano. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just.
Meanwhile now, this is a drive out the straightaway right field, and it's going to get out of here. A home run.
Well, it's obvious they didn't change their Scott.
Now at the plate, Tony Montano, and he's the reigning American League Player of the Month.
And hey, it was a breaking ball to boot. This guy's a pretty good off-speed hitter. You could tell by that last at-bat he wasn't fooled at all. He sat back, waited, got the breaking ball, and didn't miss it.
Into center field, and that's going to get down for a base hit.
Find it.
Throw into second. As he arrives at second without a play, as also on the play, a run comes across to score.
Dan, that's a huge insurance run right there. Has to feel good.
So the home crowd will have a pleasant drive home afterwards as their guys have taken the first 2 of this 3-game series. A win tomorrow, and they can break out the brooms.
9-6, the final tally in this one.
11 hits. No errors. MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball. Ready now, Tony Montano. He's, of course, a long ball threat, currently 3rd in the American League in that category. First pitch coming, here it is. Smith at second with 2 down.
Hey, stay hot now.
Oh, and he leaves that one right over the plate as this is sent high and deep out to right center field. And it is gone, a home run. So it's a 2-run shot to right center. 34 home runs now on the year as the Blue Jays take a 2-0 advantage.
I guess the pitchers haven't been talking in the dugout because it looks like they...
Trying to pick things up where we left off, Tony Montano. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here.
And in that last at-bat,
well, he's waiting on the breaking ball there and sends it to deep right field. Meanwhile now, this ball's trouble as it looks like it'll be good for extra bases.
Right here.
The baseball's a game of streaks and runs, and he is on one right. Digging in once again, Tony Montano. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Yeah, he jumped all over that first pitch last time up. Interested to see if he has the same approach this AB. Dan, with that single, he's now 3/4 of the way to hitting for the cycle. Toughest one still on.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Tony Montano. He'll start things out here in the bottom of inning number 7. Here's the first pitch to him. Swung on, and this ball is absolutely crushed. Forget about it. And it's gone as they add still another. Solo shot to right center. His second home run of the game as this. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Tony Montano. He's been great lately, and it's resulted in his being awarded with the American League Rookie of the Month award.
And that last at-bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate. Yeah, and we knew he was in a groove from the first inning, and he just kept this thing rolling and rolling and rolling. They couldn't get anything going against him. A dominant performance with a complete game shutout.
10-0, the final shutout score in this one. The Jays jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Tanner Roark earns his 8th victory of the season. Asher Wojciechowski couldn't escape the 4th inning as he slapped.
Mira, ella siguió mi consejo. Yo le dije, váyase a la playa a descansar con unas amigas. Y se fue.
¿Y se fue así nada más?
Yo le dije que al menos se despidiera de usted.
Tony Montano is on fire.
Rarísimo. Imagínate.